Hey everybody, Brad Sussmat for Pros2Preps.com. We're courtside here at US Airways Center where the Sun's getting ready to take on San Antonio. We just came out of a press conference with Commissioner David Stern of the NBA. For some reason, he decided to pick Phoenix to address a number of issues. One of them that I found very interesting was the NCAA. With the March Madness down to the Final Four this weekend, the commissioner talked about underclassmen leaving school early and his stance through the NBA.
If the NCAA would spend a little less time talking about whether a player should stay in school for 1 year and 2 years and enforce their rules equally so that hockey players can talk to agents but basketball players can't, I think to me the most important thing is to get kids in college the most informed advice they can get without losing their eligibility. I'm really digging myself a hole, right? You know, this, okay, or they could get the players to agree that they'd stay in school and, you know, ask for their scholarship money back if they didn't fulfill their promises. There's all kinds of things that if a bunch of people got together and really wanted to do it rather than talk about it.
I won't be the defender of the NCAA, but in fairness to them, their relatively new president, Mark Emmert, has met with us and said, in response to everything that David has said, that they're happy to address those issues with us. They certainly recognize they have their issues, and we have ours with 19-year-olds. And as David mentioned, coming out of collective bargaining, we agreed with the Players Association that we would form a committee and continue to look at those very issues to see if there's a better way of doing it, knowing we are apart. I mean, from the NBA standpoint, we did propose 20 in this latest round of collective bargaining, and they wanted to move back to 18. So we compromised and left it at 19 with an agreement we'd continue to discuss it.
Years ago, I said to the NCAA, I got a great idea. We'll insure a select group of basketball players, and that will make them more likely to stay in school because they won't fear the loss of a big contract. And we'll designate a pool, and if those that are lucky enough to be drafted and make money, they'll pay us back, and those that won't, it's our expense. The NCAA, I think, took it to a committee that takes it to a consensus, that takes it to a conference, then they have a Congress, and they came back to me and they said, well, it'll only work under our rules if you do that for all sports. And I said, I don't think that'll work.
That's Commissioner David Stern, again for Pros2Preps.com. I'm Brad Sussmat at US Airways Center.